Hey y'all, so I want to talk about when people tell you that you're very intimidating to be around and what I believe that means. So I was just sitting here reflecting on a conversation that I had with someone years ago, and it kind of like dawned on me like maybe what they meant, because at the time I heard what they were saying, but I really did not understand what they meant by it was intimidating to be in my presence. I took that as such a negative thing, as if like I equated them being intimidated to my personality slash like attitude. So I automatically at that time thought like, oh, I need to work on my attitude, or I need to work on my delivery, how I address people, or like I don't know. Like I was never disrespectful to this girl. This girl's never seen like that side of me. But the fact that she said it was intimidating to be in my presence, I just, like I said, I thought it was like something that I did wrong. And I'm like, that maybe makes sense why I can't have friends. Or not so much can't have friends, I can't make friends. So I was taking everything that she had said. And this actually happened about 3 years ago, right? So anyway, fast forward to today, I'm just having a random morning and it popped in my head. And I'm like, I think I finally understand what she was saying. And I don't think it had nothing to do with my personality, my attitude, none of that, my delivery. It had nothing to do with that. Okay, so what I honestly think the girl was trying to get across to me was that in order for her to be in my presence, it made her feel small if she wasn't elevating in life. Her being in my presence, her being connected to me, she's able to see certain things firsthand, and she sees, okay, this is a goal-oriented person, this is a very spiritual person, this person has a lot going on for themselves, and unless I'm doing the same things they're doing or more, I don't feel adequate. I feel less than. I feel as if this person is better than me because they're doing things on a certain level that I'm not. And to be honest with you, back in the day when I was connecting with people and trying to build friendships, like I would be friends with almost anybody. Obviously, I had some standards and morals when it came to friendships, but what I'm meaning is if you can make me laugh and we connect, and you know what I mean? Like I love a good laugh. I love to laugh. I will be around anybody, and I'm just talking about like position wise. Like you don't have to be on my level for me to be your friend. Like I do not look at people in terms of status to figure out what do they have going on and then see, okay, well, can me and you connect? And also, although that's honestly who I am as a person, that actually comes with a fault also, because you could be connecting yourself with the wrong people because you're not thinking smart. You know what I mean? And I definitely have made that mistake before plenty of times. People that I knew that were not beneficial to me in terms of helping me elevate. I was not going to be able to help them in a positive way. They were not going to be able to help me in a positive way, but we had one thing in common. We came from the same area or went to the same school. We both loved to laugh. We both loved to joke around. And if that happened, I considered you my friend. And God had to really step in and cut all of that out, honestly, because I was allowing myself to be connected to the wrong people. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Back to what I was saying. So yes, I honestly feel like that girl was just saying that in order for her to be in my presence, she has to kind of work harder. She has to kind of do certain things. And it's not that I'm telling her to do that, or it's not that I am intentionally trying to make her feel some kind of way. She just automatically picks up that vibe. Like if I'm going to be in this same vicinity with this person, more so like I don't want maybe the spotlight just to be on Monica. If I'm going to be connected to Monica, I want to be doing something too, so the spotlight can be on me too. Like these are just thoughts that I'm having. She did not say anything like that, but now it's starting to make sense to me as I reflect, and I've grown over the years, because the person that I was by the time she had met me, she's never seen me in a sense like crash out. She's never seen that side of me. I'm so calm at this point in life. So if you didn't know me by the time maybe I hit my early 20s, the person I am now was not the person I was before then. So I was having a hard time understanding what she meant by it was intimidating to be in my presence, because I'm not a mean person. But at the end of the day, if you are not living up to your fullest potential, and then you see someone else living up to their fullest potential and you're in their vicinity, I'm sure it can make someone feel small, and it can make them feel like they're not doing enough. And that right there, the moment you have those feelings, is when you need to do inner work, so that you don't destroy outside connections, because what other people got going on, that has nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot blame other people because they're elevating and how it makes you feel. You are in control of your life. You have you have all the tools to elevate yourself, and it's a matter of how bad do you want something. Whatever your goal is, you go after that, but do not compare yourself to anybody. That is the worst thing you can do. It's a what they say, comparison is a thief of joy, or something like that. Like, there's no two people alike, which means there's never going to be two people that's going to have the same situation. Even down to twins. Yes, they're twins, identical twins, the same person in a sense, but they are still their own individual person with their own social security number, the whole thing. Like, meaning two people are always going to have two different experiences. Y'all can go through the same exact thing and have two different outcomes. So there's no sense in comparing yourself to somebody else, because what God has for you is for you, and what God has for somebody else is for somebody else. So yeah, I just thought that was very interesting. So if you've ever heard someone tell you, like, oh, you're very intimidating to be around, it may not be your personality. May not have nothing to do with that. It might just be the fact that people feel like you're on such a higher level, they have to work 10 times harder to be able to be, sitting next to you. And that's not for you to downplay yourself. It's to help other people elevate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not saying that they need to be like you. Of course not. They need to be like themselves. But at the same time, we all need people in our lives that's going to give us that little push, that little kick, that motivation to do more. So if you have somebody in your life like that, don't look at it as a negative. If you feel like, oh, this person is in a better position to me, look at that person for guidance. And, if you're connected to the right person, of course. But it could be somebody to help you, elevate and cross over your bridge, wherever you're stuck at. I have always been, like, in a sense, the go-to friend. I wish I was in a position where I was surrounded by people that were more elevated than me, because I've always been, in a sense, been the teacher. I want to be the student. I want someone to be able to, help and guide me along the way, or help motivate me, be that go-to person, be my go-to person. And as of now, I don't have it. I probably will never have it. Jesus clearly designed it that way. So when I have moments like that, I know where to go. I pray, I isolate. And when I'm saying isolate, like, I'm already isolated, but I shut the outside noise out, basically. Like, I tune in. I'm praying to God. I'm quiet so I can hear his voice. I can hear his directions. I can get an insight as to what's going on. That's what I mean by isolate. But I will catch you guys in the next video.